Europe has a wide range of environments, cultural practices, language varieties, and living standards, making it one of the world's finest continents. If you've always wanted to live in Europe, now is the time to research and find the ideal location. In this video, we will feature some cities with the world's finest culture, cuisine, and nightlife. But if you want to know the best European cities to live in, this video is for you.
Do you like our videos? Make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell to get notified of our latest videos.
Starting off the list at number 10 is Amsterdam, Netherlands. Many people who visit Amsterdam decide to make their permanent home here because of its opportunities. Numerous art shows, music, and other performances to suit various interests keep the city alive and rising. However, it can be pretty costly to maintain a standard of living in Amsterdam. Among cities, it has the highest living expense and is the 11th most expensive in Europe. Income taxes, property taxes, and rent in some places can consume a significant amount of an individual's salary. Still, the quality of life in Amsterdam is generally excellent, and the standard of both medical and academic treatment is exceptionally good. While homes are hard to come by, the available ones are usually in good shape. The average resident of this gorgeous and culturally rich city has a comfortable income and can thus afford to take advantage of its many amenities. Next at number 9 is Barcelona, Spain. Barcelona, a Spanish seaside city, is known for its excellent food, cultural offerings, and laid-back seashore culture. As one of Spain's most visited areas, the area's beaches tend to be busier and more crowded than those in other parts of the country. If you can deal with the crowds, Barcelona is one of the finest European places to call home and a lot of fun to visit. In addition to being a popular spot for freelancers due to its beaches and entertainment, Barcelona also boasts excellent weather, with hot summers and gentler winters than northern towns like Madrid. Overall, there is almost no major crime, and pickpocketing is the only threat you should be aware of. Due to the city's international nature, Barcelona is home to many global businesses. Specifically, many tech companies have set up shops in Barcelona due to the city's location, reliable public transportation, low startup costs, and excellent talent pool. Next in line at number 8 is Stockholm, Sweden. In general, people agree that living in Stockholm is quite pleasant. Sweden's central city is an excellent location for those who wish to take advantage of all 4 seasons. Exercise is essential to daily life as individuals value health and wellness here. People go for runs outdoors all month long, regardless of the temperature. Furthermore, club memberships are consistently high year-round. Even if they can't attend a gym, many people take advantage of online fitness courses or at least get outside for a walk. On the other hand, winters tend to be lengthy, chilly, and gloomy. On the lowest day of the year, the sun sets before 3 p.m., and temperatures frequently remain below zero. Also, spring is when you see cherry trees in bloom, and fall is when the leaves turn a gorgeous shade of orange. Although the taxes are high, there is an excellent supported healthcare service, as well as good parental leave advantages. Potholes on the road or other signs of damage on the streets or structures are uncommon in good condition areas. The country is well cared for, and you can see precisely where your taxes go. Coming in at number 7 is Berlin, Germany. In recent years, Berlin has become a symbol of freedom of expression in music, art, and even politics. The pros and cons of residing in Berlin are numerous, but the most prevalent complaint of Berliners is the exorbitant cost of rent. On the other hand, while most of the government-related writing is composed in German, one of the advantages for some expatriates is that many locals speak English fluently. About 1 million of Berlin's 3.5 million residents have an immigrant heritage, meaning they or their relatives relocated to Berlin from another country. Berlin even has the greatest Turkish community outside of Turkey, with approximately 98,000 Turks and 80,000 total residents. Next at number 6 is Edinburgh, Scotland. Since Edinburgh is a small city, getting near without a vehicle is effortless, and you can walk almost everywhere. No matter where you choose to reside, markets, parks, and city attractions are always a few minutes away. If you need to travel further, Edinburgh's public transportation is first-rate, with frequent and dependable buses, trams, and mobile applications allowing for minute-by-minute route planning. Aside from that, the city has numerous employment opportunities since it is such a popular tourist destination. In contrast to cities that rely significantly on prime tourist seasons, Edinburgh is bustling throughout the year. So even during the off-season, there is no lack of employment in Edinburgh. Moving to Edinburgh is the best option for your potential job possibilities. If you are searching for a part-time, full-time, or seasonal position in retail, hospitality, or any other industry, you will find various employment opportunities in Edinburgh. In addition to nutritious takeaway options, Groceries in Edinburgh are bursting with healthy alternatives, making it extremely simple to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Let's continue with number 5. Lisbon, Portugal. Cities across Portugal are seeing an increase in their migrant populations, but Lisbon stands out as the place in Portugal where you'll feel the most at home. Being in the southern part of the country, Lisbon enjoys year-round mild temperatures and an average of 300 sunny days per year. Despite the city's size, the cost of living is much lower than in other European cities, such as Paris, Madrid, and London. Not only is Lisbon a very secure destination, but it also claims a vibrant entertainment scene and a large English-speaking population. You won't have to fret about Lisbon's spotty connectivity if you're a distant worker. The city is completely covered in high-speed Wi-Fi, and it has an abundance of co-working cafes and interesting coffee shops. Lisbon is one of the best locations to reside in Europe for young people, expat families, and digital nomads, so you've probably heard of it if you're looking for a new spot to call home in the old world. Next at number 4 is Copenhagen, Denmark. When relocating to another country, it is always essential to consider the cost of living, but this is especially true for Denmark. In Denmark, the cost of living can be pretty high, but you will likely receive a substantial salary. Free education and healthcare are a benefit. However, almost 50% of the wage is deducted from taxes. As might be expected of the nation's capital, Copenhagen is a major center for various multinational corporations. Here you'll find satellite locations of some of the biggest names in business, like IBM, Microsoft, and Deloitte. The city of Copenhagen, like the rest of the Nordic countries, is known for its relaxed pace of living. Danish workers put in some of the shortest hours in Europe, and it's common to find vacant desks on a Friday afternoon. Going out during the week for a social activity like coffee or a stroll is also commonplace. Coming in at number 3 on the list is Zurich, Switzerland. To relocate to Zurich is to move to one of the most northern areas in eastern Switzerland, not far from the German boundary. Many beautiful waterways and lakes are near Zurich, and the Swiss Alps are also easily accessible. Even though many expatriates may not be interested in winter sports, Switzerland's largest city continues to attract international residents. Banking, insurance, business services, R&D, and the tourist sector are all familiar places for expats to find work. With that, roughly 1/4 of people were born in a country other than their own. This number is even greater in the metropolis of Zurich, where an estimated 31% of the population is not Swiss-born. It's no surprise that many Germans have made Zurich their permanent home due to the city's stellar economic performance and convenient proximity to their home country. Living in Zurich is like living in a dream. The quality of life in Switzerland has been proven to be among the best in the world. In addition to special medical treatment and comfortable accommodation, expats in Zurich can count on punctual and convenient public transportation. Next at number 2 on the list is Geneva, Switzerland. Living in Geneva is a privilege in every kind of way. The living expense is quite expensive, but the standard of living is among the best in Europe. If all of this lakeside living sounds too good to be true, the catch may be the high cost of living in the area. As you are likely aware, Switzerland is currently the most expensive country in Europe regarding the cost of living. In addition to Zurich, Geneva is one of Switzerland's finest capitals. To indicate what to expect, rents in Geneva are typically higher than in cities such as London, Paris, or even New York. In brief, it's not cheap. The high living expense has kept expats from relocating to the city. Approximately 40% of Geneva's residents do not have a Swiss passport, making it one of the world's most international cities. Many individuals are employed by one of the city's multiple international organizations. With its cosmopolitan makeup and cultural opportunities, Geneva can feel like a significantly larger city. And now, the number 1 on the list is Vienna, Austria. Vienna is an outwardly contemporary city with many cultural attractions and historical landmarks, making it a tourist's or expat's ideal destination. However, Vienna is not one of the least expensive cities for living in Europe, but neither is it one of the most costly. As in any other capital city, there are methods to reduce your living expenses, including renting an apartment in the suburbs, utilizing bicycle pathways, and cooking at home as much as possible. Regardless of how long your stay in Vienna, it is highly beneficial to acquire some of the local languages. Even if you are already familiar with German, Austrian German is subtly distinct, and comprehending the various dialects can be challenging. Alternatively, if you're on a tight budget, you can join one of the city's many language exchange groups. These are typically free to attend and consist of communicating in your native language for half the time and your target language. So, there you have it. That finishes up our countdown of Europe's best places to call home. We've covered some options for the best places to reside in Europe, but there are many more fantastic cities to choose from. Please remember to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications for more amazing videos like this. Until next time.